Okay, time to hang out with Stroll.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, what are you up to? Ironic how fidgety one gets when told to wait, isn't it? So, I'm in a bit of a bind. This regards Lord Hydron, the landowner in Grand Trad my family's old caretaker mentioned the other day. Rumor says he's clever, and not in the good way. I'm lost about how to approach him. Yeah, I'll go with you.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you. Just having you by my side would be reassuring. He's a devout sanctus, so we should head to the Grand Cathedral in the royal capital. Okay. I was told Lord Hydron comes here often. Right on cue. If I'm not mistaken, you're the young Lord Stroll, are you not? It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Hydron, but how do you know me? Nary a soul in the kingdom hasn't heard at least rumors of Halia's tragedy. Perhaps you've come to reflect and pray.
No.
No, I came to see you, actually. I understand full well that this request may seem unreasonable, but
Truth is,
I've come to beg the use of some of the vacant domiciles in the capital. As you know, my countrymen who fled Halia reside here, sleeping on the streets. Without roofs over their heads, they barely scrape by, and so I implore you, please consider offering your support to these fine people.
no.
Are you implying I should do this as some manner of charity? Am I to be compensated in any way? Odd that you would petition me on their behalf to begin with. It's not as though they are still your responsibility. Besides, is poverty not an individual's onus to bear? They were attacked and forced to flee their homes. You would still hold them responsible for their lack of means?
Yes.
So fate was cruel to them, and they could not rise above it. Should they not hold themselves to higher standards? I'm afraid I'm under no obligation here. What a piece of work. Besides, what of your own circumstances? With your parents and land gone, you have little else to anchor you. Consider restoring the glory of your house before you worry about the rabble. You're right about one thing. I was a fool to ask for your aid. What about your people?
What?
What about everyone from back home?
Obviously.
Don't worry, I won't abandon my people. Incidentally, don't I know your compatriot from somewhere? You needn't worry about him. Besides, I must apologize for taking up your precious time today. Yeah, based on this guy's track, this guy's probably gonna be racist to me if he finds out I'm like Elda running for the throne. But before I go, I would have you know that those refugees are my people. And no matter your stance on it, I will do everything in my power to save them.
Worry not.
My good lad, I'm sure I must come across rather harshly, but it's not as though I have no sympathy for you. Abandoned by your parents, shunned by your relations, you were left to the harsh truths of the royal capital too young. It's a pity. Yet you won't help
Hang
him.
on.
Then maybe you should help him.
Stop.
Let's not let our tempers get the best of us. This isn't over yet.
I'm sorry.
I'm so sorry, Rangif. I was unable to persuade Lord Hydron to offer assistance. It was always going to be a tall order, but he tossed it aside, calling it personal responsibility, and that I couldn't abide.
No.
People that think and talk like that don't realize if they were on the receiving end of that, like you know, rising above all this stuff, people could just fucking, you know, take your shit from you. I don't know. This game's world is like a little bit further backdate, like it's more backdated. And then it's like in a position where it's trying to be more like us, but then we know what we're like and we have all of the nice things that these guys want. And we know that it's not really utopia because even despite that, you know, anyways. Please don't apologize. That you went to such efforts is more than we can ask.
Yes.
Besides, you needn't worry about us, young master. Your focus should rest on rebuilding your great house.
Yes.
House Haliatus must rise again from the ruin that human wrought. Restore it to its former glory, or, I should hope, to greater heights still. I'd heard you've been living off the generosity of the noble families who respected your lord parents. To be brought so low, that can't have been easy for you. Your people only wish to see your house flourish once again. With your inheritance, you should.
Wait.
Excuse my interruption, but did you just say inheritance? When the village was destroyed, I don't recall any mention of one. So you were unaware of it. I suspected as much given our conversation the other day. Your father would have kept it separate from the estate. Of this I have no doubt. Though I couldn't begin to say how or where.
Taking that into account.
Interesting. Well, if there were any clues left, I'm sure they would all point to Halia. Let's go investigate.
Yeah.
Perhaps, though I doubt anything survived the fire.
Hey, so
Regardless, I'll make the journey back on my own. Alright, I'll not burden you with a wild goose chase. No, we do this together.
No.
But I sincerely doubt we'll find anything in that rubble.
Thank you.
But listen, thank you for today. I would have lost it if you hadn't been here to keep me calm. I've avoided this for too long. It's time to face the ruins of my home head on. Might I ask for your help yet again? I'm not sure I could take another step without you at my side. I can sense Stroll's deep-seated trust and burgeoning resolve. That's a bulging. I'm like, what? Chill. Proud noble Stroll, keeper and inheritor of the warrior's virtues.
No.
Through thy shared bond, a new heroic blah, blah,
A
blah.
new power.
Bear this new power, fosters connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
Of course I'd like you to come, but
Sword Master, that's what we want. And then I guess eventually Samurai. Perfect. I do hope you'll find the inheritance your parents left you. All they'd hoped for was that you would come into your own with a worthy house. They would be so proud of how wise beyond your years you've become. Your father especially. You're just like him in that respect. I'm not worthy to share mention of my father, but whatever the case, I intend to honor their wishes. Pray await my return. Pray tell. Stroll and I return to the others. Okay, cool. Oh, we can go talk to Heisman as well, huh? Okay, we'll figure out what we're gonna do. Wow, there's like a lot more new stuff popping up, I think.
all right then.
Like, what's this lady saying?
What are you playing at?
Please refrain from speaking to me. I am trying to concentrate and cannot afford petty. Well, an elder with a fairy companion. You must be the fool who thinks he could defy his tribe's legacy and take the throne.
What?
Thanks. I take it you don't sugarcoat anything. Who are you exactly? A fine question. I am a chef who once served His Royal Majesty, otherwise known as the Queen of Cuisine.
Whoa.
That's quite the title, though you must have some serious skill to make food for royalty. I take it you don't work there anymore? I do not. If I could choose a king to serve, I'd want a true gourmet with a refined palate. But by the looks of you, I'm sure your taste must be pedestrian. Hey, rude. For your information, we collect all our own ingredients, and we've gotten pretty good in the kitchen.
Hey?
Indeed. I wonder, then, if you could make a dish to satisfy me. I aim to cook something to raise the sunken spirits of this town, so I would appreciate a dish that I could use as inspiration for my own cooking. Is 5,000 reeve an appropriate reward? Okay, cool. I'm not simply looking for a dish that tastes good. I need a creation that can help revitalize this town's very spirit. For example, a dish that uses local specialties. A dish that's easy on the stomach and rises like one spirit after a taste. Is that too much of a challenge for you? I'll do it.
Lovely, that.
Such confidence. Perhaps you're capable of surprising me. If your cooking proves worthy, I dare say I might actively support your candidacy.
Okay.
A dish using local specialties. Oh, how about mellow milk? That easy food she mentioned? Does she mean something soft and fluffy? Maybe we should start with recipes that call for milk. Mellow milk.
Let's give it a shot.
Mellow milk? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds tough, but if we can pull it off, we'll get a reward and a new supporter. Yeah, whatever. Okay, cool.
Ah, it's you.
Ah, it's you. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I've been thinking I ought to resume the training drills from my Shadow Guard days. The battles ahead will demand no less of me. My apologies, but if you've business with me, might we discuss it another time? Could you teach me? Well, I'm afraid this training is tailored to a Eugene stature. It's not a thing for you to learn. It'll help me understand you. My overflowing eloquence, I was able to convince Heisman of the significance of observing his training.
I see.
I see. I suppose knowing the fighting style of your allies would help broaden your possible strategies. Yes, that sounds reasonable. Mark my technique closely. Then, and you'll learn the ways of the Shadow Guard. But proper training does take time, a significant amount of it. If you mean to tag along, I hope you're ready to be here a while. Well said. A bit cramped right here though, isn't it? Let's go to the woods nearby instead. Come on. We're in the woods? Is training me, Master Sensei? Then. Let's start with a little test. See if you can keep up with my movements. If your reactions are fast enough to match me, you win. Now let's begin.
Huh?
You're wide open. From here, it'd be a simple thing to slit your throat. You were careless. You are so cool. You are just so cool, Heisman.
What?
Enough of that now. I don't mind the compliment, but you're laying it on a bit thick.
All right.
I'll do it as many times as you like. Don't rely on sight. You must sense through your very skin.
May I speak?
Your enemies aren't going to wait for you. Your body must move on instinct to buy time for your mind. Oh wait, I didn't even read. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that option. But how could I do that?
Well,
How indeed. Finding these answers is also a part of training. There's no clear answer, no correct way of improving, but at the very least, you can decide what you aspire to.
then
Want to keep going? Training with the rabbit man. The flying, gliding. That seems enough for one day. Shall we share a drink then? Let us retire to my castle, back on the runner. What is he talking about?
oh,
I found some fine spirits for myself, but even ambrosia would be tasteless when drunk alone. Would you like a cup of tea instead? Yes, a bracing drink, but nowhere near as good as the spirits back home.
What kind of...
What did it taste like? What were the drinks from your hometown like?
that's
Let's see. Clear as the night sky, like nostalgia in a bottle. Wonder when I'll get to taste it again. It's a taste my boy will never know. Why? Because they stomped him to death, right? It's been a long time since I abandoned my home. My son died without ever seeing that village. He looked up to the knights, you know. He had a stout heart in that little frame. Might have grown up to be a fine knight himself had he lived. Another wish unfulfilled, I suppose. I'll never forget the day I cremated my son's body and mourned his death. How does that equate to mourning? Cremated? What do you mean by cremated? Oh, right. Everyone else buries their bodies as they are, without giving them to the flame.
the truth is.
It's the way of the Ujif, boy. We burn the bodies of the dead, leaving only bones. The soul is freed through fire. Once released from the body, they go to their place in the beyond.
Oh,
Then, those who remain must lay the bones to rest somewhere suitable for the deceased. However, I've yet to find a place fit for my son to take his final rest. I can't imagine he'd be happy for his bones to be eternally moving and disturbed.
I apologize.
Apologies, I shouldn't be talking to you about this. Let's find his place. Let's find his rightful place together.
No.
We've an important mission to accomplish. No room for detours of any inconvenience, boy. I can't put that burden on you. It's for your son's sake.
Let's do it.
Still, we can do it. It's for your son's sake, isn't it?
Thank you.
I thank you for your kindness, truly. I'll do my best to return this favor through my efforts as your comrade. Thank you again. Shake hands, Rabbit. A toast, then, to cement our vow. You, with a cup of delicious tea.
Cheers.
Yes, a toast, but not to mark my regrets. To commemorate our coming together and to the beginning of morning. I can sense Heismay's heartache for his departed son and his trust as a friend and ally.
My boy. My thanks.
We can save this for any time when you're free, lad. I'm grateful that you'll help me, though, and I dare say, tonight I'll rest well.
Time marches on.
Time
and the
marches
age
on.
of a new king draws nearer.
Cool.
All right then.
All right, we're back to it, I suppose. Just try to
All right,
figure out how to kill the rest of our time. We're gonna spend time with this dingus next.
Oh, you.
Barden. Well, hello there. What are you up to?
The truth is,
I'd love to speak with ye if possible. I hope you'll make some time for me.
thank you.
Thank you. I owe ye. Just need your opinion on something. Okay.
And let me say it again. The town is safe now,
Oh, his voice.
thanks to you. Couldn't be more grateful to you.
That's great.
Barden! I heard you fixed up the hole in my shop's wall while I was gone. I could kiss you.
Can't even
Why,
tell
for
what's
no
going to be
trouble at all.
voiced and what's
Your
not.
bonny wife had need of help.
Like, I know
we all
main
have
story
need of your
missions are
shop.
going to be, but
Well, that may be, but I never knew a captain could be so generous.
My only wish is to render assistance in any way I can. Whatever wee matters I can take care of, I will. Even if they might not turn out as well as yours did.
What the hell? You bumped into me? Well, who could avoid those massive ears, you damn Rousant?
Looks like I need to go keep a brawl at bay. Hey, listen, both of you. Enough already.
handshake? Handshake.
Sorry about that. Right tragedy for the town hero to see something so disgraceful.
Is everything all
I'm
right?
not bothered, but are you?
Oh, my skin ain't that thin yet. It's just... that kind of manky scene has been more common lately. Neighbours coming to blows. Good lads fighting. Whole town is right anxious. And that's what I wanted to discuss with you. I'm curious about you and your pals. You're all of different tribes, eh? Even got Heismay to join up with you. How exactly did you get so many different people to come together as one?
I am the main character of a Japanese RPG. That's all it boils down to. Sorts of the plot armor too. We have common enemy. Oh, shared vision is probably nicer. You'd appreciate the
We have a shared vision,
shared
one which will
vision.
benefit everyone.
That answer's befitting of you.
Yeah.
So that's what brought you all together. And you're the
I got a rabbit with
idealistic leader.
katana on my team now.
So it is. What we need here is a leader everyone acknowledges. We need a new system where the people
Are you saying I should be
themselves
king?
govern the town.
I think that sounds like a fine idea.
I'm much assured by your words. Thanks for being so accommodating. If you can manage it,
Dun, dun,
would you help me out
dun,
again
dun,
sometime? With your consult,
dun, dun,
I know
dun,
this
dun.
town will keep getting better.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun.
Of course.
Dun,
I'd like to
dun,
keep helping you.
dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
that would be a
dun,
great
dun,
help.
dun,
Thank you.
dun, dun,
With your
dun,
support,
dun,
I'll be sure to make this
Dun,
town
dun,
a nicer
dun,
place
dun.
to live.
dun, 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 dun. I can feel Barden's profound love for the town, as well as his faith in me.
The Honorable Guardsman, Barden. Within him dwells the virtue of the Commander.
Okay.
Nurture thy bond with him,
Yeah.
and a new power yet slumbering within thee may awaken.
Okay.
I shall protect the town you all saved.
Sorry, I'm like Commander archetype. Ooh, we are missing 3 more. 3 trees, not the nodes themselves. All right, let's see what that's like.
I'd be glad if you came back soon. I'll try to have good news for you by then.
Cool story, bro. Study 15 different archetypes.
All right.
You okay, buddy?
Did I?
Just now. No, impossible. Are you all right?
What?
Not quite.
Nothing. I just recalled some memories that are slightly unpleasant.
What?
Unpleasant memories. A memory of long ago, my time with a trusted comrade and his eventual betrayal. Though I cannot even recall his face.
It appears that
I had deep trust in him, and so the wounds on my heart were equally so. It seems I never had an eye for people.
It'll be fine.
Don't let it bother you.
I must apologize.
I'm sorry. I find myself thinking in circles so often here, and kernels of doubt so easily grow to overshadow my mind entirely. For example, I believed I was conducting this research of my own volition, but is that the truth? Lately, I have felt that my research may actually be by another's will, that I only labored under their guidance. I was so happy to imagine my memories restored, but now I wonder if some things are best left forgotten. I won't betray you.
Just trust me.
I thank you.
I believe you. No matter who I may be in the end, I would never want to betray you. If I find out you're Lucifer again, clapped. My apologies. Didn't mean to let any better list slip out. Perhaps because I'm so unused to it these days, but I do so struggle with conversation. You truly are too kind to me. Thank you for being here. It means more than I can say. I could sense Moore's gratitude, trust, and dependence on me. Cool story, bro.
Often I find your words resounding in me.
Rank 5.
Well then.
Oh, I already did this task. Oh no, we don't have it. The general is after commander.
This one's important.
Alrighty. Get art general archetype to rank 15. So we need to get that, and yeah.
I can depend only on you.
Great. Moving on. Time to go see what happened to the dog this time.
Just you.
Ah, so it's you. You seem unscathed.
Sorry.
Sorry, if you're looking for work, there's nothing here for you. So just go. Yeah, she lost the dog, bro. Hub inside. Gladly.
Unfortunately,
Oh, okay, so you're just gonna say the first word. Unfortunately, I no longer have any work for you. The dog is no longer here. She ran away. That would have been preferable to the truth. But no, she was taken. Oh no, someone kidnapped the dog? I'm sorry. I know you kept your silence as promised. Unfortunately, that didn't stop a thief from sneaking in disguised as a vendor and taking her away. They left behind a letter that read, "Those who spread magic igniters shall face the wrath of God." It's not hard to imagine what happened to her. I'll find the culprit before long, and I'll make certain they get what they deserve. However, this isn't the work of a single person, but that of a larger organization. Oh, wow, okay.
those people.
Anti-igniter extremists, a bunch of filthy, rotten cowards. They didn't kill the dog, did they? The pup was innocent in all this. I shouldn't have kept her. The moment I start caring about anything, I lose it. I knew that. I tried to keep my feelings out of it. But why did this have to happen? Brigida seems to be fighting through the pain. For how long must I live in this hideous world? If only I had disappeared instead. Tears or not, I can sense the pain, sadness, and frustration Brigida is feeling. Words would be of little comfort here. Perhaps if I stirred her imagination, so I need high imagination, she would be relieved of such despair. Yeah, show her the book.
What?
A book? I told Brigida about the fantasy world depicted in my book, trying to give her even the faintest glimmer of hope. Well, people will help one another, respect one another, and live in equality. How quaint.
But
The author was a sheltered man, I take it. He knows nothing of the real world.
This world.
The only equality is that we all inevitably die. Facts. The path to that point is different for everyone, meaning everyone has to fight through their own hell. I don't think so. Power of friendship, yada yada yada. That's not true. You're an Elda. You live in a world that hates you. How can you still make yourself believe in light, even through all of that? I can't see that light myself, but I know you can, and I really do want to believe in you and your vision. I can sense Brigida's profound sadness and her grasping to trust. Handshake.
I couldn't ask him to stay. Could I?
The Lycon Magic Association. Oh, okay, cool.
In any case,
Here's your pay. I've included what I... Oh, it's messed up again. I've included what I set aside for your future shifts, too. I'll keep visiting. I'll still keep visiting, Brigida.
why?
Why? She's gone. I have no more work to give you. What's left for you here? You don't need to come here anymore. I had left the room without another word. Cool.
Time marches on.
Time marches
and the
on.
age of a new king draws nearer.
We're going from Water's Day to Harbor's Day to...
All right then.
Ooh, I can go hang out with him again. Yeah, the time is flying by quick once you just, like, no dungeons and you're just trying to do objective.
All right then.
Like the, you know, like the party stuff. Social links. Okay, now we're gonna hang out a
Are you
Hulkenberger.
free?
What ought we do today? Whatever the specifics, 'twould be prudent to use our time in improving our chances and building our strength. If you've the time, shall we continue our trading? Yeah.
Speaking of,
Ah, but I recall our practice swords were broken. Shall we go and buy new ones at the capital weapon shop? Would be a simple thing to teleport there, yes? What do you think this is, like a parlor trick? I'm glad we found some sturdier sparring swords. Hopefully they shall win me some measure of redemption for the other day.
Listen!
On the authority of the Knight's Order, your crime shall be repaid with death. That voice, is that Rodanth? You remember, he's my former racist comrade that we met before. Do it.
Wait!
Hold! Well, if it isn't Hulkenberger, I'll ask you not to interrupt my duties. This is your duty? What Knight Commander presides over executions?
Speak no more.
It is only right. Those who would do this nation harm shall be punished. What is he accused of?
So then,
Treason. This fool, a petty officer of the military police, slandered the honor of the Royal Knights. Honor? What honor? The Royal Knights of today are honorless. You've forgotten any oath to the throne. Now you're just dogs barking on command. You insolent. Bring me a whip. Hanging is not enough.
You!
You cannot be serious. This insolence is why you would have him killed. This, after all the trifling sinners you sent to the gallows, righteous fury rings false from a hypocrite's mouth. Now die, dishonorer. Writhe like the maggot you are.
heed my
Jeez.
words.
Treason's only reward is death. Therein lies atonement, and whether for the knights or the people. They could kill me for any reason they liked. Exactly.
Rodanth.
Rodant, this is beyond outrageous. You've authorized nothing less than public butchery. Maintaining the capital's order is the knight's duty. 'Tis only natural that we punish those who spread lies.
You.
Don't believe in Ondor's lies. Have you sold your soul to the Sanctus? Were you blinded by the prospects you'd win by their coronation? it hardly matters who takes the throne, so as long as the royal knights still stand to flank it. This, you see, is the role of one who has risen to the post of Knight Commander. One's burdens are different from those of the freewheeling and the frivolous like yourself.
You cur!
You infinite coward! You poisoned toad! Is this the shape of your so-called loyalty?
Whoops.
Bold words. One would almost think you and your friends seek the hangman's noose yourselves. Try it. Try, if that's what you want.
What?
Will, no, if something happened to you... Is it because I'm black? I'm Elder with blue hair and the weird headband? I belong in Fire Emblem? I see your well peasant learned to hold his tongue. Pity stays my hand today, but there will not be a next time, Hulkenberg.
Tis wrong.
Power is not a tool to torment and kill the innocent. It is meant to guide the weak and vulnerable, that each and every one of us might live together in a better country.
Apologies.
Will, I apologize. I forced you into my troubles again. I'm used to. He's the bad guy here. He's the one in the wrong here. All the same. I'm glad you were here with me. Who knows what would happen had I been alone. Somewhere in my heart, I'd expected he might still understand me. I would count such blind faith among my weaknesses.
Listen.
Should it ever be me who strays from the path of virtue, I only ask that you remind me of my purpose under any circumstance. Can I entrust this to you? I can sense Hulkenberg's virtuous sense of purpose and deep trust. Halfway there.
You have given me such strength. The truth is...
I am partly to blame for Rodin's brutality. What, did he try to smash and he wouldn't let him? Now he's all that. No, the day has already left me exhausted. We'll speak more of this some other time, away from prying ears. I swear to God if I'm right. The man behind Hulkenberg. I feel like I've seen him before. Where have I seen that guy? Okay, that's Hulkenberg. Now what? Okay, we're gonna try to increase our tolerance. We're gonna talk to this masked woman. My, how remarkable you are. A person in this town electing to speak to a Mystari like me. You see, people reject what they do not understand. That is, they reject us. They push us and our foreign religion away. Now, help me understand. My word, you continue to surprise me. I must admit, you've piqued my interest. Well then, shall we go have a chat? A discussion on faith in the heart of a Sanctus town?
Really?
A Mystari perspective on Sanctism. Learning more about the Mystari's thoughts on the matter may help us better support those in need, right? Yeah.
Well then.
Okay.
Ah,
Have you been to the Krigant Castle? If so, then you must have met the Sanctress. So you already understand how deeply the state religion, Sanctism, is rooted in Martyr's history. Yet we Mystari have a faith all our own, and as such we are scorned in the city, though that would hardly be different elsewhere. Your religion, is it in opposition to Sanctism somehow?
No.
For our part, we're happy to be left alone to practice our faith, but Sanctism does not appear to share this viewpoint. What are the Sanctus? They persecute the Mystari here? Somewhat, yes. I have heard it is more direct in places like Montario. Are you well versed in Sanctus dogma? O ye born with sin in your heart, through adherence to the faith ye must atone. The word closure is an affirmation asking for forgiveness. In other words, entrust all your worries to God and ask for his forgiveness. Rather the perfect doctrine for controlling a population, isn't it? You're telling me, bro. Heterodox faiths like ours are inconveniences not only on a religious level but on a national one as well. That's why you too ought to exercise caution. If you openly oppose Sanctism, who knows what could happen to you. Why, even the tournament itself is perhaps another of their measures to ensure a future oppression. I learned about the connection between Sanctism and the Mystari tribe. I feel improving my understanding of a different culture has increased my tolerance.
All right.
Nope, we need more
If
tolerance.
it pleases.
Do come speak to me again sometime, if that is you've a further interest in the story. Cool story, bro.
Time
Lot
marches on,
of
and the age of a new
parallels
king
and
draws nearer.
analogs and just, you know, it's a metaphor for this, it's a metaphor for that. All right,
All right then.
it's me again.
Ah, it's you.
It's you. Once we get our more pressing goals out of the way, I won't be sure what to do with myself. I don't suppose I can ask your help with something. I know I'm posing, but you remember we spoke about finding a spot to lay my son to rest? I happened across a nice place the other day. Let's go right away.
My thanks.
You'll go then? The place I'd like to go to is a cemetery on the outskirts of town.
Ah,
Plenty of new graves, possibly victims of those dark doings at the castle. Perhaps my boy would find solace here, among many his own age. But it seems they don't cremate their dead here. Don't want my son feeling out of place. Being the only child here in Singed place is hard enough for a boy his age to fit in. Shall we look elsewhere?
That means
my thanks.
My thanks. I think we'd do well to check other options.
My apologies.
How about somewhere deeper in the forest, if you don't mind indulging me just a bit further? Seems a peaceful place at first glance, but it's not really so, is it?
No.
Pattering footsteps from beasts among the trees, the smell of animal waste. I can feel them eyeing us from the shadows, too. Oh, he'd not be learned. It might be too dangerous.
True.
I can't stand the thought of hungry beasts disturbing his grave.
We shouldn't.
I think it's still too early to make a decision. I'd like to look at other locations if you don't mind. You want to keep looking? You're very thorough. No problem.
got it.
My thanks.
I appreciate your understanding. You're certainly more patient than I was at your age.
The truth is,
All you geef travel far and wide to find the perfect resting place. Some build an altar at home, some scatter the bones in the sea, some bury them beneath a great tree. That said, most simply bury the bones in the village's communal cemetery. After all the contemplation, they come back to where they started. Those people used to irritate me to no end. When I was younger, I loathed their indecision and looked down on them for it. But as I got on in years, I came to understand some things. It's not so easy to overcome the death of someone close. That's why, when you lose someone, you need time for that very hesitation. I've certainly found I do. Haste will not ease my woes.
even so,
That being said, this isn't your concern. You've already done more than enough for me. It is my concern.
No.
listen.
You really are unlike everyone I've ever met. Then, might we take to the Gauntlet Runner again? This time, I'd like to see somewhere full of open space. Oh, like a open concept. No, I did it already. Maybe I'm just imagining things.
What happened?
What is it?
No.
Wait, did I get it? Cool. It looks just like a place my son loved.
My son.
I think it was around the time he finally started walking. Even when he stumbled and fell, he always slept right back up, all smiles. He would chase bugs through the grass far taller than him, laughing even when he fell, bringing me flowers and pebbles clutched tight in his little fist. Even now, tis as he might burst out of the grass at any moment, beaming and covered in burrs. But I know tis just an empty fantasy. I know it's difficult. You've endured so much pain.
My apologies.
Apologies, I didn't mean for you to see me like that, but yes, this could be a fine place for him to stay. The silence is peaceful, the wind is gentle. It feels a place wholly apart from the nightmare of our world. I'm sure my son would love it too. He always loved to run, with the wind in his face, and yet... Want to keep looking?
Not so.
No, that's not it. I just have one thing that's holding me back. That sweet smell on the wind. It reminds me of a faraway hill. The hill where my hometown lies. Why didn't we go there first?
What's that about?
I've never returned, not once, and I cannot imagine they'd be pleased to see me.
Oh,
A wind blows in my home, sweeter than any I've known.
Let's go.
Well, let's just go and see.
but
No, you're right. I cannot let my floundering deprive my boy of his proper place.
I'm in your debt.
Walking this ground with you, I find myself determined to return home again. It feels like something I never realized alone. I am grateful our paths crossed. I can sense Heisman's extraordinary resolve and the depth of his gratitude. Cool. The aloof hermit, Heisman, the keeper and inheritor of the thief's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom.
New power.
Bear this new power, foster this connection, and by their strength fulfill thy destiny.
I must come to a decision.
Thank you for putting up with Thank you for putting up with my indecisiveness at least. Let's head to my village another day. Call upon me when you can spare some time. Spare the time.
Homeward then.
For today, let us rejoin our comrades. Comrade! Okay, I need to save and restart the game again. Because the controller keeps doing that. Restart tolerance again. Talk to this lady.
What do you think?
Well then.
Speak about the relationships between Sanctism and our faith. Sanctism believes there is one true God. Followers relinquish their fears and apprehensions to him, as he presides over all of our creation. This runs contrary to our Mystari teachings, as we believe in a multitude of deities. This is to say, Sanctism's teachings are quite simple. They easily transcend tribal barriers and then spread across the land. Oh, that was quick.
Now then.
Okay, cool. Tolerance is 2, and now we should be able to go hang out with Maria.
Tolerance. What?
The interest you've shown, somehow I feel it has lifted a weight from my heart. There are Mystari living in other cities as well. If you've the chance, do try speaking with them.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Now what do? I can do Maria. I could
All right then.
maybe have access to more rank stuff with the other people.
Mister?
Oh, look who it is. Speak of the devil. Maria, we have our tolerance high enough.
You.
You've come back. Maria, well, she's holed herself up in her room. If only we could take her mind off things. With my overflowing tolerance, I was able to convey how dedicated I am to Maria and helping her with her loneliness.
You.
Well, you really have kept her in your thoughts, haven't you? Then maybe you'll be doing her a favor. Go spend some quality time with Maria. I'm sure she'd enjoy hearing about your travels.
Thank you.
Will you come with me then?
And so...
She'd been so down for so long. Not that I'd expect her to be a giggling ball of energy after all that's happened, but she seems to feel the need to put on a brave face. She's holding back.
Really?
It sounds like she's balling up her emotions. She must be. She's a good girl, but still. There are many who see Grius as a hero who tried to take down a tyrant, but this city has its fair share of Louis supporters. I worry about what would happen if more people find out Maria is his daughter. So I sat her down and very clearly explained to keep their relationship secret, and she promised, but now she's acting like nothing's wrong.
Maria.
The poor girl can't talk to anyone about her feelings. My heart aches for her.
You.
And that's where you come in. I wanted to ask a favor of you.
Look.
I think the inn suffocates her. Would you mind taking her somewhere to talk? Even if all you do is lend her an ear, she would appreciate it. Leave it.
Yeah.
Ever the reliable one, aren't you? I have a feeling Maria will open up to you.
You're a big
Thank you for doing me this favor. I'll fetch Maria then. It's been such a long time since I went for a walk. Thank you for coming today, mister.
Hey,
Oh, I remember this place. When we first came to the capital, I fell down around here. I couldn't see anything because it was really dark. And then, Papa, he just patted me on the head and said, "You okay?" Hey, mister. You can tell me.
Sure.
Don't worry, you can tell me anything. It's just... Never mind. I mean, there's something, a whole lot of somethings, but I'm not sure which one to ask first.
Oi there!
You can talk about how your daddy got his throat slit by, the king's magic that paralyzed him, and then Louise, you know? I heard that would-be assassin used to live around here. You mean the madman who tried to kill Louise? Yeah, him. Can you believe some washed-up mercenary thought he'd be able to take out Louise? Maybe he went mad from hunger. The last thing we need is more guardsmen prowling about because of him. Let's keep walking.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me stories about your journeys, the ones about places outside of Grand Trad. Maria and I walked around aimlessly as we talked about various things. Now this right here, that's art. It's like a cat with a scythe or something. Oi, it's the freak. Pardon me.
Stop.
Please don't scribble there. That's Miss Fabienne's house. Ew, gross, get away from me. I'm okay. That was your own fault. You had it coming. Yeah, I heard your parents didn't even want you. So that's why a therapist had to take you in. Yeah, I heard my mom say there's some weird half-blood kid living in some dodgy inn. I bet she was talking about you. What would be the right weird? How is she weird? Oh, no, I don't want to ask how is she weird so they could just fucking insult her more. Clean up those drawings. I want you to clean up these drawings now. Shut up, stupid head. Fucking Elda. I'm out of here. Let's go back where you came from, Yelda. Am I weird? You're not weird.
No.
You're not weird at all, Maria. They're weird. They drew like some fucking cat with a fucking reaper scythe.
I'm
Some
sorry.
dirt got on the picture you gave me. I'm really sorry. I was so happy when you gave it to me. You didn't forget your promise. I'd never
It'll be
forget.
fine.
I would never forget a promise.
Okay.
I do feel better when I look at your picture. I know that you're traveling all over and doing your best, mister. That's why I have to do my best too. I can sense Maria's vigorous determination and the unshakable trust that she's placed in me. We'll start. Handshake. Dap me up.
I wanted to show Papa too.
Was it true when he said my parents didn't want me? How the fuck would they know? Nobody tells me the truth about anything. Yeah, because they don't know any truth about anything. They all just say that I'm still a kid. You think the kid that drew the fucking shitty cat scythe, Grim Reaper, thinks he's... You know, you think he's not a kid? Anyways. Do they not want to tell me because I'm a kid? They don't want to say it was my fault Papa died? A bad person did it. A very bad person responsible for what happened. Not you. I don't get it. Bro, what is there to not get? Why can't I see Papa again? Oh, poor you. We have to go back to Miss Fabienne's.
By the way,
If it's not too much trouble, can you we'll talk again.
Maria.
We could talk more next time.
okay.
Hey, it's a promise. So see you later, right? And I just tell you out of there. I parted ways with Maria and returned to the group. Okay, cool. We're almost at that deadline. Okay, we're gonna increase our courage by doing this. Times like these, you need courage or it counts. Only thing for it is to jump headlong into this canyon with a rope, of course.
Worth a try,
You're
yeah?
free to take the challenge if you want, but you'd fare much better if you had some courage. Though I suppose there's no harm in trying. To take the plunge, you first must believe in yourself. You will return a braver man indeed. Come now, test the strength of your will. Yep, take the plunge.
Good, good.
Ah, that's the spirit. But you think you'll have that spirit after coming eye to eye with the bottom of the valley?
Hey.
Are you sure you can handle this? I can see your legs trembling. But I suppose you can't turn back at this point. Good luck, I mean it. Right, looks like everything is set. Well then, get ready. The die has been cast. My fate is set. Ah, Geronimo! Ooh. Okay. What's that? He dove off with his back to the ground? Oh, but he's falling surprisingly gracefully. He fell that way in the beginning of the game, bro. Wow, impressive. I enjoyed watching that, so I wanted to give you something for making my day. Go on, take it. I sense that jumping up, blah, blah, blah.
Now then.
Courage increased. 3.
Courage. What?
I'll do wisdom next. Awesome.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Draws nearer. Flames Day. That road that was blocked by the landslide should be cleared by tomorrow, apparently. We set off for Brilehaven as soon as it reopens.
True.
We have acquired the head we sought, but if we're to truly get in Louise's good graces, we should endeavor to stand out further from the other candidates. Yup, even after all this, we're still just a bunch of nobodies. Maybe we can improve our reputation by helping some of the people around town.
True.
A wise suggestion. Some upright behavior and altruistic deeds are just what we need to gain more recognition. Well, we like did everything.
Right.
We depart tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna increase our wisdom now, because I don't really know what else I could be doing.
Whoa.
Oh wow, you can see Crygaunt Castle from here. This city is small compared to the royal capital, but I think a more old-fashioned town like this could be nice too. How about we take in this view of the city skyline for a bit? Who knows, it might just broaden your horizons to observe how the people in this town go about with their lives. If I spend some time gazing at the scenery, my wisdom should grow. Yeah, let's
Okay.
take a break.
Right.
Materia has had its share of misfortune, but the town itself is wonderful. It's nowhere near as bustling as the capital, but it doesn't exactly feel rural either. And the shopping's not bad either. Maybe being so close to the main road, a lot of merchants come and go. I'm sure the people just want to live quiet, contented lives. It's not that simple. Everything that happened must have shaken this city to the core. I suppose you're right. No matter how nice a city looks on the surface, there's always good and bad. When you live on the road like we do, it's hard to imagine settling down in one place. Very cool.
All right.
Oh, whoops. Okay, that didn't even increase it, like, by much. Is it? It's still 2. Okay, we're back to hang out with Brigitte. We had an option between her and Heisme, but it's whatever. Let's try to find this dog. Ah, so it's you. You seem unscathed. I believe I made myself clear. You have no reason to come here anymore. I'll go wherever you're going. With overflowing courage, I promised Brigitte I would face her burdens with her. Yay.
You.
Stat check. Will, you'd go to such lengths for me? Well, really, the dog. Come this way.
The truth is,
The ones who took my dog, the anti-igniter extremists. The church has discovered their base. What are you planning?
what? So reductive.
Do you have to ask? Even the church knew what I'd do with this information. That's why they sent it to me. Let's shoot up the place. Apparently this faction's based in a small village, fairly close to Grand Trad. I'm going to go there and eradicate all of them. Okay. I will kill every last one of those extremists. No survivors. And once they get to hell, they can look my dog in the eyes and beg her forgiveness. Wait. Oh, is the dog dead? I'll string their corpses up 3 days and 3 nights exposed to the elements, long enough for everyone to see what happens if you cross me. My god, you sound like just fucking watch Game of Thrones.
You get it.
And I'd like you to help me punish them. In exchange, I'll support you however I can from here on. Please think this through. Brigitte, I want you to think this through. You talk big, don't you? You have no desire to be king, yet you parade around as a candidate. You're little more than a fraud. Brigitte is suspicious of me. I need to tell her the truth, or she'll never fully trust me. I explained to her that I entered not to take the throne, but to raise someone else who could forge a better future for our country. Huh, did you expect me to believe in that nonsense? But for you to speak such words at this point would mean your goal of seizing the throne is no lie, at least.
As it is.
Fine, if that's how it must be, then I will spare no expense to see you fall. The throne ill suits a wretch who can look past the butchery of a dog. So the dog... You would slaughter a village.
Hang on.
But slaughtering a village, it'll be a lot of blood on your hands.
What are you after?
And what do you get with clean hands? The equality you prize so highly? I'll tell you what it means to me. Equality means that those who kill will be killed. I don't want to lose anything else I care about. I understand how you feel. What do you truly understand? You have no idea how much comfort she brought me. Oh, shut up, bro. And they ripped that away from me. And you say I should just allow it? Let's burn their whole fucking village down then, alright? I'm down. Fine, I'll not do something so unsightly in front of you. What about the dog?
In any case.
You think the dog would like you doing that? I'm going to their base, but I won't kill them right away. I'll find out who did this. We'll try to negotiate clearly and openly. And if that doesn't work, then I'll murder them. And then we can move on. That's the most I can promise you. She's serious, bro. We'll take my gauntlet runner. Dangers of the night be damned. If we break down, so be
Obviously.
it. All this for a dog that she was being like a fucking tsundere for. You come as well and see for yourself. If you're going to try and drag me into the light, then you deserve to see what happens. She let me onto the runner she lives in. When we went to their base, Brigitte stayed silent for the whole trip. We arrived at a small settlement located close to Grand Chad.
Huh?
Is this the place?
You there.
It's like little Yugeefs everywhere. I am Brigitte. I'm the scoundrel selling magic igniters all across the land. Oh, the igniter merchants again? Our village really doesn't have the money to buy any. I'm sorry to keep turning you away, but...
Wait.
What are you talking about? Oh, aren't you one of those church dealers? They keep trying to sell us on igniters, but I keep refusing them.
Huh?
The church has been here several times? They've never reported that to me.
Out with it.
Your fucking Byakugan can't see shit. So if I said that the merchants of igniters should face the wrath of God, you wouldn't agree?
It can't be.
Oh no, we don't have anything to do with igniters at all. It's not something that ever really comes up here.
Really?
Hey miss, you sell magic igniters?
How nice!
Wow, brilliant, Papa. I want an igniter.
Enough.
I see. Say no more. To set up. This is no hideout. They know nothing. It's not something you can hide in a village such as this. I've been getting detailed reports on the anti-igniter group's movements from the church, but now I'm not certain such a force even exists. What's the church itself? If it was all a lie, then what does the church get out of it? Fuck, man. Spread magic igniters? Maybe it's about selling more magic igniters.
In any case.
Anyways, I take it back. There'll be no killing today. If you hadn't stopped me, I'd probably have ordered my private army to burn this place to the ground. I'm glad you were here with me. I could sense Brigitte's deep gratitude.
I'm glad to have you at my side.
But my dog was taken from me, and I'll chase... She's like John Wick. And I'll chase the scum to the ends of the earth.
Nonetheless.
This is my job, not yours. So our business together is concluded. I'd like to visit you.
No.
Still, I'll come visit you, Brigitte. What are you saying? What could you possibly gain from hanging around me? Well then, fine, since it's you. I'm here for the dog.
Speaking of,
You mentioned earlier of your true aims for the throne. I thought it a clumsy lie, but it does bring to mind a certain someone for me. After a king is crowned, it would be nigh impossible to put another on the throne. However, if my suspicions are correct, none could deny the claim.
that's why.
If you're willing to throw yourself into battle for that cause, then I shall support you all the same. Yeah, right, you're gonna change up on me.
Yes.
If you'd like to come, then come. When I'm around you, much to my surprise, I find that even I still have a beating heart. So, come if you wish. I returned to Grand Trad and Brigadier his Gauntlet Runner and headed back to the inn. Cool story.
Time marches on,
Time
and the
marches on.
age of a new king draws nearer.
I think we're gonna move on.
I've seen the state of the race with my own eyes, ladies, gents, and mad malcontents. If you wanted an update, here's your chance. So far, we've mostly seen gauntlet runner skirmishes and dueling mayhem. Now it's time for the real thing. Sounds like we've lost a few candidates already too. Poor bastards went after something too nasty for their head hunt and got themselves head hunted. We've got some candidates who have outright given up. No confidence. Can't blame them against these odds. And some others have bought and sold out of the race.
Come on! That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
I suppose money's power like anything else. Military strength's not meant to decide this race anyhow.
The question is, what's our final head count going to look like? Lots of unknowns left, people, and we'll not know the truth until the exhibition. A little bird told me one of our contenders has made a bold play in Martira. They might not even come out of it with a head.
What are they scheming then? Let's hear some details.
Oh, they're talking about us.
Sorry, chums, I'm just the crier.
Or
Can't
someone
speak
else.
for any one candidate in particular. Luckily, you'll not have long to wait now. With all that said, can't help but wonder how Count Luis is taking this, can we? My sources say he's not bothered with any of this. He's still gallivanting across the land, killing humans. And yet, even without a formal entry, Luis's voter base is still growing. Bound to have his eminence Forden grinding his teeth that, for now, let's enjoy the show!
Cool. Some story.
Right, everyone. Farewell said. Particulars packed.
All that remains is to ride to Oceania with pride in
I
our
need to
hearts.
restart the game because
Watch out, Luis.
thing's messed up again.
You won't know
anyways.
what hit you.
Well then, we're off to the races, what? Old Barden's given me a detailed map of the area.
Sounds like quite a journey. I hope it won't be as bumpy as last time.
Oh no, it'll be a sight smoother. But you've got wings. What are you fussing for?
Oh, there it is. Should have known the fatigue would hit eventually. About time I got some sleep.
Dun 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 dun.
Heis, mate. Why are you on my bed? You're positively miniature, man. There are plenty of other places fit for you to sleep.
Yes. Splendid. Just magnificent.
What is he dreaming about?
I hope you've no designs on taking my bed. I have cut men down for less.
With friends like these.
Now then.
Next is Port Brilehaven. Oh. Port Brilehaven, the capital of the Principality of Oceania. If we punch it south of Martina, we'll make it in, I'd say 3 nights, 4 days or so. And here we go. Off to an adventure.
Whoa!
And yeah, of course. Can't even... How am I supposed to... there we go. What sort of place is Port Brilehaven exactly? 'Tis a large city of prosperous commerce, due in no small part to the oh my god. Due in no small part to its oceanside proximity. I envision droves of people pouring for the exhibition. All the people delayed by the landslide might still be showing up. Keep an eye on the road, okay, Nearest? Why I never. Who do you think you're talking to? Leave it to me. Next stop, Port Brilehaven, capital of Oceania.
Leaving behind the old castle town stricken by tragedy, the Gauntlet Runner sets off toward the exhibition of the brave. Their destination, Port Brilehaven, capital of the Principality of Oceania. A world unknown to them. What will they accomplish?
Save and reset.
Can you
Hello there, can you hear me? If you're hurting for things to do, hop on over to the lounge. I've fixed the plant culture chamber so you can grow seeds if you've got them. Okay, cool.
What to pick?
3 days until we reach Brilehaven. Alright, need to save. So annoying. Are going to cook. I think the option we have to do for that quest is something with mellow milk. I'm assuming it's this one. White bread so soft it soothes the soul.
All right.
Isn't that a dish from Heisman's home village? I'll go get him.
Now then.
I'd heard tell that you mean to cook with dough today. In that case, you were right to summon me. Dough is a most delicate ingredient, and those who lack experience often go afoul of it. But you're in luck today, lad, for I was raised in the grain belt, and our dough shall rise to my standards. I followed Heisman's lead and began kneading the flour into dough. Aw, no, this guy's stepping in it? Fuck that, bro. Allow me to demonstrate the proper technique like this and that, huh? Why do you idle? Come, show me your conviction, huh? Wait, am I gonna do it too?
Don't lose focus.
Nah, that's not sanitary, bro. You wash your fucking three-toed, winged-ass fucking feet. This is no time to rest. Should we err in either time or heat, all our efforts thus far will be for naught. Wow, we made the fluffiest bread I've ever seen.
In days gone by.
I present to you a taste of my hometown with this benevolent bread. Prepare yourself, you're not ready. I don't even know if that was the right thing. Heisman, I cleaned up the kitchen. Time really flew.
The party sets off for Martira. As they watch the setting sun sink under the horizon, their Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land grown thick with trees. The wildlife retreats to safety before the sun fades, leaving only deafening silence. The anticipation follows a journey's beginning, swells in their eyes.
Yeah, the flow of the game has been established. I'm really enjoying it. Grove Camp.
Oi!
Hey, have you heard? There's a bath cast on the back deck now. I've heard enough whinging about not being able to bathe, so I whipped something up. It's not elegant, but it'll do the job. No doubt it would shake too much to use while traveling, but it should be lovely to enjoy a soak when we're stopped.
Speaking of,
I've heard that in certain regions, fruits and grasses are added into bathwater to relieve exhaustion and strengthen the body. Should you encounter such items, perhaps you ought to consider a purchase. You can acquire Meg. You can add bath salts.
The breeze feels nice.
3 more days on the road.
What?
Okay, cool. Okay, so I can either do plants, plant seeds.
Later.
I'll just read a book. New World. Fictional chronicles of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I'm almost done reading it. Seems like a book that... Yeah, okay, let's do it. Imagination. Read the book.
What's that?
He continued to trapeze through the raging sandstorm. At last, he came upon a cave, the entrance gaping like the maws of a beast. The walls of the cave were translucent, revealing the inside to be a gigantic, intricately winding labyrinth, fantastical and akin to a mirage.
Oh, yeah?
A giant cave with glass walls and a desert. That sounds otherworldly, but also strangely familiar. Well, whatever. What's it sound like to you?
Sure.
Sounds pretty. That would be a beautiful sight.
Right?
Yeah, I'd bet it'd be dazzling in the daylight. Probably at night too, sparkly in the moonlight.
All right.
Increasing imagination. Dang, that went up so slow. So little. Crazy.
All right.
Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, so it's like double. How long is that book?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
That reminds me.
We'll arrive in the ocean city the day after tomorrow. Heisme, you've erected a tent up above, haven't you? Do take care that you don't get carried off by the wind. I'm confident it will take more than that to pull the tent apart, though I suppose some caution is warranted.
Speaking of,
Worst case scenario, you've got wings. You could just fly back to us, no? My young friend, where did you hear you geese are capable of flight? I hate to disappoint, but they're rather more for gliding. I figured, it's like a flying squirrel. 2 days will be in Brilehaven. Really gotten used to all this traveling, don't you think? You're up, Hulkenberg.
Well met.
Yeah, you and your dumb battle strategies. I need to improve my wisdom.
All right.
Let us begin. I shall give and expect no quarter, shall we? I'm gonna try to read this fast. Considering the current flow of the battle. It was an even battle, but within the span of one turn, I suddenly found myself cornered. Come now, 'tis too early in the battle for so solid an expression. If your foe mobilizes a large force, then surely an opening may be found. Your enemies marshal their full might to breach your defenses, all at once leaving their own base wide open. How do you respond? Balance offense and defense. I would simultaneously attack the enemy's base while maintaining my own guard. Twill be quite the challenge to fight my pieces face to face, but the situation is simply unavoidable if you want to capitalize on opportunity to see the enemy's stronghold. Point out an effective move. I feel like my wisdom is improved.
Now then.
Level 3. Ding! Get that shit up.
Wisdom. What?
Well then.
Do you understand now? If so, show me with your next move. Hulkenberg and I dueled on the board for a while. And I think we're here. Continue on the story.
Nura speaking.
This is Nuris. I've got something on the old girl's radar, so we'll be taking a short stop. Probably encounter, right?
The city ruins come to view. This place once flourished through the excavation of magla crystals by migrant workers. The work was hard, but the miners were hardy and spirited, and the promise of riches lured many here. In its time, it may have rivaled Brilehaven. However, the promise of strong magic drew forth the humans. As tragedies climbed, it became a ghost town. Now only the threatening glimmer of the crystals remain, and with the promise of abandoned riches followed the thieves. For some reason, though, they all seem to scurry home empty-handed, gripped.
There's a human there. Is that a landmark like the tree of prophecy in the sand? Oh yeah, it is. I actually like that they do this. This is like just a truly harrowing sight. Look at all those crystals. Simply coming here is enough to wound the soul. A chill settles into my very bones as I consider what could have occurred here. Something wrong, lad? Did the gauntlet runner get the best of your stomach again? No, sorry. I was just reminded of something unpleasant. Are you okay?
Everything okay? Right.
Yeah, sorry to cause you any concern. I know what destroyed this village. I've no doubt about it. This is the work of a human, figured. Indeed, the scars left upon this place differ from the traces left behind monster attacks or acts of war. Right. I don't know if the Magla crystals are what attracted the humans here, or if the attack caused them, but my hometown will eventually... Stroll. I'll make no assumptions about what runs through your mind, but I would ask you to recall the time when we cut down the human at the castle and save all those lives within.
That's why.
Do not allow your thoughts to dwell on negativity. The day will come when both this place and your homeland will flourish once again. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Ooh, increased wisdom again.
All right.
Hey!
My stomach sends notice that our next meal is overdue. Why don't we head back? So I guess Nearest can read the room when he wants to, huh?
So.
Let's put this place behind us. Cool.
Here.
By the by, I made another drawing. This picture will bring viewers no joy, but it is an important sight to document nonetheless. I'll take the drawing with me to ensure I never forget what happened here. I'll show the
As the sun
drawing to
sinks
Maria,
below
maybe.
the horizon, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a land dense with trees. The glow of the Gauntlet Runner pierces the dark, warmly enveloping them.
I like this like journey vibe they go for. The music and everything too. Camping, a bunch of talking in between. You come across a landmark, and then there's just like a bit of like a minor like scene there too. Day after tomorrow, we'll be in a real maritime city. I bet we'll be able to see the ocean soon. First time for both of us. Okay, we're gonna read again. Bygone days. The methodically precise handwriting leads me to believe this is Heisme's. It appears to be a record of his life with his son. I haven't started reading yet. This man has a book on himself. Heisme left it here. I think that means it's okay to read. That's kind of weird, don't you think? More tolerance? We do need more tolerance. We need more of everything, really, but I want to try to get everything up together. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. He writes of the day his son took his first steps, the first words his son spoke, a time his son nearly ripped his ears off climbing all over him, of worrying about his son not eating his vegetables, of his son refusing to stop crying at night, of being so exhausted he'd fall asleep in places without realizing it. I see, being a parent brought him lots of struggles, but even more than that, it brought him joy.
All right.
Okay, cool. There's still more left to read in this book. Okay, cool. It's great news.
Time marches
Learn
on,
more about
and the age of a new king
Katana
draws
wielding
nearer.
rabbit Batman.
Quite.
Ah, the salty yet strangely refreshing aroma of seawater is already upon us. At this rate, we should reach Brilehaven by tomorrow. Seawater? I thought so. How come we didn't fight that one rider? It was on the way. Nothing happened. I thought so. The air feels a lot more clammy, so I assumed that's what it was. And so we put the force behind us at long last. That must mean we've already ventured beyond where that cliff collapsed, barring passage.
I see.
But seemed it was fixed without a trace of its ruin. And speaking of ruin, Nearest, do you remember that we are relying on you for the safe passage the rest of the way? Tomorrow we should be able to see the ocean.
That reminds me.
Nearest said the waters around Brilehaven are kind of strange. I'm curious what he meant by that. Reading again. Wait.
Well met.
No.
Well then.
Read the book. Bygone days. Learn more about Heisme. Though sparse and objective, the words still manage to vividly depict the endearing qualities of a small child. This entry describes Heisme and his son running through the fields together on a beautiful sunny day. I can almost hear their carefree cries of laughter. At one point, Heisme loses sight of his son, only to find he'd climbed a tall tree. Heisme is mortified, until the boy nimbly jumps down just as his father would have. I see. Being a parent... Yeah, same lines. Cool.
All right.
Tolerance increase. Cool story, bro. Gotta move on. Oh, still more left in the book.
Gauntlet Runner sighted!
Oh, okay, there's the Gauntlet Runner. Enemies coming our way, or so I thought. Looks like that it's Missy's Gauntlet Runner coming for us this time.
Hey!
Hey, you lot. Yeah, I'm that Gauntlet Runner over there. You're not becoming king on my watch. Wait, we literally fought you and I beat your ass. I've got a short fuse, you know, and that means if you don't come out right now, kaboom. So the young miss says, I'm hoping you lot are willing to act. Of course.
Certainly.
Don't worry, we won't take this lying down. Wait, they're coming aboard at the other end? Well, now we have to accept the challenge. I also like that they throw in a fight too. But for some reason we're fighting her again. It's
so
you.
we meet again. Maybe you got the
it's
better of
voiced.
me last time, but you're about to get some payback.
Give me a break, lady. Ever heard of learning from your mistakes? Sorry, but we don't intend to lose either.
Ooh, big talk. Well, I'm willing to rewrite my record if that's what it takes to be queen. My people are suffering as we speak. Who's gonna save the purpose if I don't give it all I've got? I promised them all I'd become queen. You're all decent people, got nothing against you, but I'm not holding back.
Just leave this to me.
Look at my Buster Sword wannabe. Oh, nice.
Looks like you've gotten stronger.
Now accept your
We
fate.
don't know what you're weak against.
Oh, power of kings. Hellfire!
Fire.
I call upon royal power within.
The power of light.
That's nothing.
Swordmaster.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The blade's edge.
Don't get sloppy, Captain.
Let's fight as
Now here's what I must. On me, we go together.
Why are you so strong, damn you? But this is where the real fight begins. Get ready to get stomped. Going in for the kill.
Oh, God! You've got some fancy footwork, Stroll.
I look like it could have done something if it actually hit that many times. Or whatever.
Oh, holy
Works.
light!
Boom.
Swordmaster!
Boom.
That's nothing.
I come.
And
Not
Behold, we stand together.
Boatoa.
Please allow me.
Oh, mystic fire!
You must now we strike.
Bitch. That's what you get.
No. Why? Oh, why?
Bro,
I trained so much for this.
we saved you so many times.
Supposed to happen.
Beat your ass. Well, we saved it at one time. I don't even know if it's saved. It's like, oh yeah. She looked beat up.
Not bad at all.
Cool. Ooh, 771. We're getting there.
I've lost.
Oh, damn, I lost again. If I could just beat you, I'd ask you to join me. But that power of yours is really something. Why don't you join me? But don't you rest easy, because I will win next time. Start preparing now. You got that? Katharina, cheer up. Katharina.
Yeah?
I saw your runner, so I followed you. You're as tough as they say. Eudoricus, who do you think I am exactly? Pardon me. I know perfectly well you're the great Katharina Grant. Everyone here knows. In fact, all of their hopes are pinned on you. All the whatever your people are. I forgot what you're called. Lamar? Are all these people migrating to find work, even though it might kill them in the end? What other options do parapists like them have? Oh, it might be dangerous, but you've got to break some eggs to make an omelet. Eudoricus, wait. Take this and see if you can't stop everyone from leaving for now.
Hey.
Good news, you lot. Katharina has made a generous donation. Oh, thank you. Now we can eat for once.
Listen to me.
Listen, everyone. I know these times are trying, but this kind of work ain't the answer. If you can hold out just a little longer, I swear I'm gonna set things right for us.
Well then.
Now, there we are. We believe in you, Katharina. I earned that money slaying a monster just a few days ago. It was meant to be the start of my roll-off campaign fund. It's a small price to pay for helping out my people, but it'll last them, what, a few weeks at most? They'll be heading out to find work again in no time. I just can't fathom dying to earn a living, and the fat cats are all too happy when the therapists take them up on it.
I'll make it happen.
When I'm in charge, first thing I'm gonna do is offer bounties for their bloody heads. They squeeze us dry, so I'll squeeze them right back. Is money the answer? Will handing out money make this better? I got no clue myself, but I had to try something. Even now, tons of people aren't going to survive, and I can't tell people who aren't eating today to wait until tomorrow while I think of something. I was just lucky, you know? I had the strength to push through and survive. The truth is, most people don't have that kind of strength. They need someone to provide it for them.
That's why.
You should know better than most. Those who can act gotta take action. If they don't, nothing in this bloody world's gonna change. It'll stay as rotten as it is. So many say there's nothing to be done, but they only say that because the therapists are right where they want them, beneath everybody.
It just ain't
They
right.
couldn't have the therapists start doing well for themselves. That would shake up the shoddy ground they're standing on. They like this twisted world just as it is. Let's save them too.
In that case,
we can save those people too.
Oh.
Even though they're my enemies, maybe they're struggling in their own way.
Oh, come off
But
it.
that doesn't mean they can make the therapists suffer for it. So yeah, I'll figure that out before I take the throne.
Thanks.
Much obliged, Will. We may be enemies, but I like having these talks. I'm not as powerful as I need to be, but still, I reached out to the recruitment center, and we should be seeing bigger rewards from bounties. Go check on it. We gotta keep taking those monsters down. It's crazy how she's like the top bounty hunter, and she's doing well on her own. She's in the dungeons and stuff too, but we beat her ass every time we see her. We'll beat this world into peace together. I can feel Katharina's indignation towards the world's absurdities, as well as her deep faith in me.
She. Now.
Brawler's
A new
virtues.
power.
A new power. Yada yada yada.
I'm not
Handshake.
letting anyone die.
Ooh, Pugilist. Anyone a master brawler? Next time I see you, I'm taking you down for sure, so don't go dying on me.
As the shadows are stretched to their limits before darkness takes them, the Gauntlet Runner arrives in a balmy wetland. Nocturnal creatures who lay dormant beneath the fens in the light rise to seek out their prey. Meanwhile, the party rests their weary souls, fatigued by the long journey, under the protection of the Gauntlet Runner.
Medals Day. Muddy camp. We'll be arriving tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of place Brilehaven is. Okay, we're gonna talk with Heisman.
Ah, it's you.
Hello there. I've got altogether too much time on my hands. So let's say we take a little rest and talk a moment. No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we get to have a little break. By recalling the past and planning for the future, Heisman, imagination. Yada yada yada.
Good grief.
Goodness, time to bid farewell to Martyra, isn't it? I can't help but feel a connection to that place. The village from which I originally hail is not far from Martyra. The air there agrees with my skin more than Grad Trad's.
That's right.
It's nice and quiet in Martyra. Yes, on this subject in particular, we are in full agreement. Okay, cool. Speaking of which, where is your hometown? I've heard before that you received this mission from the hidden village where His Highness and the Prince resides. Ah, right, my apologies. I didn't mean to ask with such carelessness. Your tribe faces even harsher prejudice than the Yugif. I'll not pry if you'd rather not discuss it. There are none alive who wouldn't want to forget certain aspects of their past, myself included. But if that is truly the case, then perhaps it is not one's past that defines a character, but what they do in the present and the future. If we were to all face the future together, then perhaps someday we can find ourselves living in a world resembling the one from that novel you carry. What, like cars and shit?
Now
It's
then.
not all that, trust me. I know. Yay! 3.
Imagination.
Imagination.
What?
I'm glad to have such an opportunity to converse. If a good night's rest evades you, then I will keep you company instead. Ismay and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
And the age of a new king draws near. That's not going to change, is it?
Hello? Hello, Mr. Captain. Rise and shine, what? Almost there.
Brilehaven. It's been a while.
You've been before?
My parents took me once when I was a boy. I remember the day we arrived, and waking up to the smell of the ocean. The place was crowded beyond belief. Everything was so different from our hometown in the countryside.
I felt much the same when I reached the royal capital. Quite a sight compared to my little village, with naught but fields and mountains.
To be sure. And where are you from, Hulkenberg?
You cannot guess? Surely Montario in the east. Why, the Hulkenbergs are one of that nation's most prominent aristocratic houses, if not foremost among them.
Oh.
You don't say.
Well, yes. Though I've no close relationship with my parents. I've hardly seen them since I left home.
I see. Suppose we've all come a long way, haven't we?
Seems we'll make it to the exhibition just in time.
With a master at the helm, you were bound to, eh?
I really hope Joanna shows up.
We resolved to trust her. So we simply watch.
I know, imagine she doesn't show up.
Right.
She killed children, bro.
Set and steady. Welcome, ladies and gents.
Does like nobody care about children anymore? Are we like just trying to put their ass in factories again? Like what's going on? That fake monster human child,
capital of the Principality,
was eating children.
The western annexed
not just children.
Ukronia, a vivacious city, Brilehaven is port of call to ships of both trade and war, bustling with hardy sailors. From the natural wonders caused by Magla to the Colosseum's contests of strength, people flock here to see the marvels of a city that never sleeps. The sea guides the gauntlet runner into the city, alongside a warm, salty breeze.
Finally made it. Anime cutscene.
Wow! It's the ocean!
No water.
There's water all the way to the
No.
horizon.
There's gonna be a water dungeon. Water enemies. Need to bring thunder spells or something. I would pet Heisme. There's a lot of like people I would pet. The cat-eared people, dog-eared people.
It's kind of like the capital, but totally different.
Yes. The City of Water, Brilehaven.
City of Water. What a place. I can't wait till we leave this place.
Sancta Cadeau, you've brought us quite a magnificent head. How do you think it'll stack up against your competitors?
With the warrior monks at my side, there is nothing we cannot accomplish. But I won't presume to know the rankings. I humbly leave it in God's hands.
Lineup's a bit conventional for my taste so far. Oh, here comes our mysterious little underdog now. Stir things up a bit here, will you?
Will do. Will do.
Ah, would you look at these spectacular gauntlet runners? They must all be worthy of kings.
Looks like Luis is still the only one with a sky runner, though.
No, I'm sure those blasted clergymen have some mechanism for it too. The Sanctist Church funded the Skyrunners to begin with. If you can call that flying, of course. All just piffling about with levitation magic. Only a passing acquaintanceship to real aerodynamics. Birds have never needed magic to fly. Just the mechanical ingenuity of the feathered wing. That's the kind of breakthrough I'd like to make. You'll see, eh? One day, I'll make those wings reality, and we'll soar like birds.
Not that, it's just looking forward
I'm looking forward to it.
Good. I'll have you run in the sky with me. Mark my words.
All right, Sid.
If it isn't the pretentious little gallant and his cronies. If it isn't the walking headache. Well. No head to be seen. Weren't you talking big about chasing down that Heismay fiend?
That
You're
guy.
referring to me, yes?
Yeah.
You're the man. This is a joke, is it? He's your great and terrible bounty. You know there's still time to drop out before you humiliate yourself in front of the masses.
Say what you wish. He is one of us. 'Tis not his head we are offering.
Truly? You're allied with a wanted criminal? Are you all mad?
Buddy, you're allied with fucking Louise. Shut up. I don't want to hear it.
Come, Hector.
Dude out here stabbing mans in his sleep. Literally the first 10 seconds of the game.
And that
It's like...
A candidate and one of Luis's henchmen. We don't exactly see eye to eye.
Confound it. No damn parking spaces left. Well, let's look for somewhere a bit less unpleasantly populated.
Hey, well, we made it.
Tomorrow is finally the exhibition to present all the heads. I really hope Joanna shows up.
You needn't all sleep here tonight, you know? I could stay and wait for the cavalry. Got to give the old girl a tune-up anyway, don't I?
'Tis much appreciated. In that case, we should look for an inn about the city. Ah, and we must sample the local delights. They've far better seafood than in the capital.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
To stop for rest, surrounded by
Try to
fine
pretend to be excited, you know?
food is an uncommon blessing.
If you're sure, nurse, then we'll leave it to you. Me, I long for a proper bed.
So be it. Let's find ourselves some lodging.
Really?
We came all this way to a big city. I think we deserve a real inn.
This is a joy.
Okay, we finally made it to a new place.
All right, then.
New town. Well, probably... Oh, yeah, we have... It's like linear where you have to just go, move on. We'll explore it more and more as we go along.